نأخذ ود مارغريتون حمية الحمى تقرباري سوي سعمل اسم إذا أنا يقول أنا ما أدري.
Ethiopia has a very long and amazing history. It is one of the oldest countries in the world. For many, many years, Ethiopia was ruled by powerful emperors. These emperors were like kings. They made big decisions for the country. Later, Ethiopia's leadership changed. The country started to have presidents and prime ministers like many countries do today. This journey from emperors to modern leaders is full of interesting stories. Do you want to know how these leaders shaped Ethiopia? Let's explore their times and what they did for this ancient land. It's a story of courage, change, and building a nation. One of the most famous early leaders was Menelik Wa. He is a legendary figure in Ethiopia. Old stories say he lived a very long time ago. He is believed to be the son of the Queen of Sheba and King Solomon of Israel. This story is very important to Ethiopian history and culture. It connects Ethiopia to ancient biblical tales. Because of this, Menelik I is seen as the founder of the Solomonic dynasty. This dynasty, or royal family, ruled Ethiopia for many centuries. He is a symbol of Ethiopia's ancient beginnings and its proud heritage. Later in history, in the 1800s, came Emperor Tewodros II. He became emperor in 1855. Tewodros II had a big dream for Ethiopia. He wanted to make Ethiopia a strong and united country. In those days, many local lords had a lot of power. The country was often divided. Tewodros worked hard to bring all the different parts of Ethiopia together under his rule. He wanted to stop the local lords from fighting each other. He also wanted to make the government more modern and build a strong army. Emperor Tewodros II faced many difficulties. Uniting a large country with many different groups was not easy. Some local leaders did not want to lose their power. He also had problems with other countries like Great Britain. Despite these challenges, Tewodros II is remembered as an important leader. He started the idea of a modern, united Ethiopia. Even though he did not achieve all his goals, his efforts inspired future leaders. He laid some groundwork for the Ethiopia we know today, a country with a strong sense of identity. His reign marked a turning point. After Tewodros II, another important emperor was Johannes IV. He ruled from 1872 to 1889. Emperor Johannes IV was a strong military leader and a very religious man. His main goal was to protect Ethiopia from outside threats. During his time, some European countries wanted to control parts of Africa. Egypt also tried to expand into Ethiopian lands. Johannes IV fought hard to keep Ethiopia independent. He won important battles against Egyptian forces. He also worked to keep the Ethiopian Orthodox Church strong and central to the country's life. His dedication helped preserve Ethiopia's sovereignty. Next came one of Ethiopia's most celebrated rulers, Emperor Menelik II. He reigned from 1889 to 1913. What made Menelik II so famous? He is best known for leading Ethiopia to a great victory against Italy. This happened at the Battle of Adwa in 1896. At that time, many European powers were colonizing Africa, but Ethiopia, under Menelik II, defeated a European army. This victory was very important. It showed the world that Ethiopia was a strong and independent nation. It inspired many other African people who were struggling for freedom. Menelik II was not just a warrior, he was also a modernizer. He wanted to bring new ideas and technology to Ethiopia. He introduced the country's first modern bank. He helped build the first modern schools and hospitals. He also started building railways and telegraph lines to connect different parts of the country. He founded Ethiopia's current capital city, Addis Ababa. These changes helped to make Ethiopia a more modern state. Menelik II's efforts laid the foundation for many developments that came later. He is remembered as a wise and forward-thinking leader. After Menelik II, his grandson, Iyasu V, was named as his successor. Iyasu V was very young when he came to power around 1913. His time as leader was quite short and faced many challenges. Some powerful nobles and religious leaders were not happy with some of his choices. They worried he was too friendly with groups that were not Christian, which was Ethiopia's main religion. They also thought he might not follow the old traditions. Because of these concerns, Iyasu V was removed from power in 1916. His short rule showed how important tradition and support from key groups were in Ethiopia. Perhaps one of the most internationally known Ethiopian emperors was Haile Selassie I. He became emperor in 1930, though he had been a regent before that. His rule lasted for many decades until 1974. Haile Selassie I was a very important figure on the world stage. He spoke at the League of Nations to ask for help when Italy invaded Ethiopia in 1935. He's also remembered by many in the Rastafari movement as a divine figure. He worked to make Ethiopia known and respected around the world. He played a key role in forming the Organization of African Unity. Inside Ethiopia, Haile Selassie I continued the work of modernization. He introduced Ethiopia's first written constitution in 1931. This constitution created a parliament, though the emperor still held most of the power. He expanded education, building more schools and a university. He also tried to improve the country's administration and legal system. He aimed to create a more centralized and modern government. However, these changes were sometimes slow. Many Ethiopians still lived in poverty, and there was growing unhappiness with the pace of reform and lack of political freedoms. The long rule of Haile Selassie I came to an end in 1974. There were many reasons for this. A terrible famine in parts of the country caused much suffering. People were also unhappy about the slow progress in making life better for ordinary citizens. There was growing demand for more political rights. A group of army officers known as the Derg took control of the country. They removed Emperor Haile Selassie from power. This event marked the end of the ancient imperial system in Ethiopia. It was a very big change for the country. After Haile Selassie I was removed, his son, Amha Selassie I, was named emperor by the Derg. However, Amha Selassie never actually ruled. He was in England for medical treatment when the revolution happened, and he never accepted the title under the Derg's conditions. The Derg soon abolished the monarchy altogether in 1975. So, Amha Selassie's time as emperor was very brief, and only in name. This period was a major shift. Ethiopia moved away from emperors and became a republic. The Derg ruled Ethiopia for many years, bringing a different kind of leadership and many big changes, some of them very harsh. After the Derg regime ended in 1991, Ethiopia started a new chapter. The country adopted a new constitution and established a federal system. This system divided the country into regions based on ethnicity. Leadership roles also changed, with both a president and a prime minister. Meles Zenawi became a very important figure in this new era. He was president from 1991 to 1995. Then he became prime minister from 1995 until his death in 2012. As prime minister, he held the most political power. He focused on economic development and infrastructure projects, like building dams and roads. The role of the president in Ethiopia's new system became largely ceremonial. This means the president is the head of state, a symbol for the country, but does not have much day-to-day political power. Girma Wolde Georgis served as president for 2 terms, from 2001 to 2013. He was respected for his calm presence. More recently, Sahle-Work Zewde became president in 2018. This was a historic moment because she is the first woman to hold this office in Ethiopia. Her appointment was seen as a step towards greater gender equality in the country. After Meles Zenawi, Hailemariam Desalegn became prime minister in 2012. He continued many of the development policies of his predecessor. However, his time in office also saw increasing protests and unrest in some parts of the country. In 2018, Hailemariam Desalegn resigned. Abiy Ahmed then became prime minister. He brought many rapid changes. He released political prisoners, promised more democratic reforms, and made peace with neighboring Eritrea. For his efforts in making peace, Abiy Ahmed was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 2019. His leadership has brought both hope and new challenges. From ancient emperors like Menelik I to modern prime ministers like Abiy Ahmed, Ethiopia's leaders have deeply shaped its path. Each leader, whether an emperor, president, or prime minister, faced unique challenges. They also had their own visions for the country. Some focused on unity and independence, others pushed for modernization and development. Their decisions and actions have left a lasting legacy. They have influenced Ethiopia's culture, its place in the world, and the lives of its people. Understanding these leaders helps us understand the rich and complex story of Ethiopia itself. The journey continues today.